Himawari is in danger, and in chapter 10 of Boruto Bluetooth Vortex, it shows exactly why. And Kurama can actually help her, and we're gonna see how that develops more in the chapter, and their bond, and what they more or less, in a way, are going through at the moment. So of course, it starts off with the chapter title, The Scorched Eyes Revive and Set Ablaze, right? And the cover is perfect, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, a smaller like baby Kurama with Himawari. So last we left off, they were trying to escape the Ten-Tail beings, JURA and the Sasuke Ten-Tails. And, you know, he's saying, you should know it well enough that you can't escape me, right? And he's saying that, you know, by leaving the village or whatever, okay, you're gonna save a lot of people's lives, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm still gonna hunt you down, right? So Konohamaru comes here, right? And, you know, he's saying it, don't, you know, they're talking to the Hokage, and he's saying, don't worry, Team 10's safe, you know, they're out of the way, right? And then, you know, they're all talking, right? And he says they're after Himawari, you know what I'm saying? And then Boruto's over here and shit like that, and then he sees it as well, and he's like, Himawari, they're all like confused to why. And then, you know, of course, you know, Shikamaru gets down to it. He says, Kawaki, listen carefully. Head to the scene. Don't worry about Boruto at this moment. He's telling him, like, hey, leave Boruto alone, all right? He's going to be on our side for now, all right? He doesn't like this guy too much. And then he's over here all tempered and shit like that. He says, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? If Himawari was in danger, wouldn't you have said it sooner? And then I'm just like, bro, are you kidding me? You over here beefing with Boruto. You didn't have time to worry about Himawari, but now you do? And then Ada's just like, you know what I'm saying? You can't leave me behind, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, who cares, right? I don't think she's stronger than Kawaki, but I wouldn't. Kawaki's right. I'm not sure who's stronger than him or not anymore. I don't even know, right? And then he, you know, Lord 8 starts talking to Boruto now. He's like, Boruto, are you okay? You know, he's like, what happened? He's like, yeah, it's just a small accident, nothing to worry about. I'll rest it off, you know what I'm saying? I'll brush it off, you know what I'm saying? He's like, Kawaki didn't even touch me type shit. And then, of course, you know, we're over here and, you know, we're kind of observing what's going on. And, you know, the Sasuke Ten-Tails, you know, Konohamaru's right in front of him. And they're saying, you know, why are these people trying to bother us? And then he's like, hey, ask him yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, excuse me?
And they're like, hey, he's getting away. And he flies off because he's going to go hunt Himawari like he says he was, right? So they stay behind, and it seems like they're about to battle, you know, the Sasuke Ten-Tails, you know? And then he's telling them, you know, like, you know, you're too noisy and stuff. And they're just like, dude, you're intruding. Like, you're on our home turf. What are you doing here? Like, you need to leave. And they're basically saying, like, hey, sensory team, you know what I'm saying? I heard that one of the intruders was like Sasuke. Who is this dude? And they're all saying, hey, the chakra signature matched up. And that is Sasuke. That is him. All right. I don't know why he looked like that, but that is him. And so then Sarada pulled up before any of like the scrapping can happen. And then she's like, are you all right? And then he already knows who she is. He's like, Sadara Uchiha. You know what I'm saying? He goes over, uses the Ten-Tails, or the Grimes or whatever, the Claw Grimes, right? And then he goes over and tries immediately, rushes her with a Chidori, his signature technique. She activates the Sharingan fast as all living hell. Sees that, she's like, nah, that's not gonna work on me. That's my father's technique right there, right? And does the same thing back to him. Hits him with the same technique, right? And hits him, of course, right? And, you know, they're like, are you all right? He's like, that jutsu. And she starts putting the pieces together. She's thinking, she's like, hold on, wait a minute. That jutsu he just used right now, it was Chidori. And then she just says, who in the hell are you? Right? So we leave it off right there. Now we go back to Himawari, where Himawari is right now. And Kurama's basically dumbing it down. He's like, hey, I'm Kurama. I'm the nine-tailed, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like, I don't mind QB either, you know what I'm saying? Call me whatever you want, right? And then he's like, she's like, Kurama? She's like, you know, you were with my dad. And then he's just like, why are you here? And then he explains, he's like, you know, after the fight and everything like that, you know, he lost his chakra, but he explains what we already all knew, was that in a sense, basically, QBs, they can't die. At the end of the day, their chakra formed from the 10 tails, and so Kurama can't die, you know what I'm saying? And she's still unconscious. They're like, hey, you need to wake up, you know, and they're like, Shikadai, you know, and he's coming after them, right? And they're like, oh shit, we gotta go. Why aren't they sending any reinforcements? Like, they're like, please, we need help, bro. This dude is after us. He is not letting us go, right? And then she says, what on earth? What does this mean, right? And, you know, he dumbs it down, explains the whole thing, that his soul, even though his body's gone, and his soul, you know, will always return in a way somewhere over time, right? Which is true in the Naruto lore, right? But it seems like we were all right. If any of you guys predicted because she might have had some Kurama's chakra, you were right. He believes it was destiny that they came back, but at the end of the day, he says, and I quote, maybe you were born with a trace of my chakra, which makes sense. It does make sense. And he says the Uzumaki and Hyuga blood that flows through your body brought me here, right? And that is perfect. I'm so glad to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And he says, well, given the current situation, it doesn't matter how it happened. Just get on with it and accept the situation. Moving forward is what's most important right now, right? And she realizes this, and then she, you know, they're like, hey, nice to meet you. And then, you know, she snaps back into like reality. Jura is hot on their ass, right? And they don't know exactly what to do. He fires one of those, bro, it's a damn Bijudama from his eye, from this dude's eye socket. He is firing a damn Bijudama. This dude needs to be stopped. I swear. If it wasn't Momoshiki with the Rasendan using that shit like a gun, now we have fucking this dude shooting Bijudamas out of his eye. And so it hits the bird, and then they're starting to fall. They're going down and everything. Chocho, she jumps in, uses like her expansion to save everybody, right? And then they're all on the ground, right? And so now they're all cornered. They got nowhere to go, and he's telling them, hey, I said this multiple times. I'm not trying to kill none of y'all. I just want Himawari. You know what I'm saying? You let her go, y'all are safe. But y'all keep getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? And then she's basically saying, like, you know, Kurama's talking to her. He's like, no one else can do this. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And he says, you know, you can either use my power or let it go to waste. It's all up to you, right? And then she's just like, I don't understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is the craziest part right here. He says, I understand. You have more chakra than any of your predecessors. You have, or it says, it has a high affinity with my chakra. So much that it even surpasses Naruto in that regard. Then they're basically saying, you know, like, you gotta do something, right? He's like, yo, we gotta do something right now, or else our future ain't gonna be so bright. So she rushes in at Jura, and this dude catches her leg, of course, like, respectfully. He's like, yo, little girl, you're not like that. And then straight breaks her leg, breaks her entire leg. I felt like my heart dropped when I saw this frame right here. Like that, bro, I can't. I literally can't. I mean, I know with Kurama's chakra he could possibly heal that, you know what I'm saying, but her leg is literally twisted. It's literally twisted. And then they all try, you know what I'm saying, going after him, but he's just like, quit that shit, you know what I'm saying, it's over. So he's starting to eventually capture her, and you know what I'm saying, and he's all talking about, You know what I'm saying? Hey, this ain't gonna hurt. This ain't gonna hurt. You're just gonna go to sleep. All right. Your chakra is gonna be nourishment for this tree. Okay. And then, you know, they're all coming in and he charges and he's like, don't you dare. He says, Enojin, don't. And then we get possibly the worst to happen to Enojin after getting straight hit with, like, just to the body by this strong ass motherfucker, right? Bro collapses to the floor, right? And I know this bro must feel so defeated, right? Because he says, you know, he says, let that girl go, right? And immediately Jura doesn't waste like any second, killing him, impaling him in the stomach. And we see this horrific scene. I'm not even sure I could show this on YouTube. I don't even know. But we get the first death in the Boruto manga, like the actual like official character death in the Boruto manga. Enojin, I don't know if he can be saved or not. I'm not sure if Kurama Chakra can save him. I mean, it didn't save Neji. Sure as hell didn't save Neji. We all know that. And Naruto had full control of Kurama. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure what they can do at this time. Sakura's nowhere to be seen. They don't got any medical ninjutsu that I know of. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he has the 100 seal, you know, so there's not really much we can do here. And then of course she gets so pissed and amped up that we just see an explosion happen, and then we can already see that her hair is moving upwards exactly like Kushina's, and then everyone looks over and her hair is resembling like the Nine Tails or a Biju, and she has Kurama's eyes right there, like how Naruto would have back in like early Naruto Shonen Jump days, right before he could actually master Kurama's power. And he says, I said stop it, right? And as we can see right here, she is almost, and I would say, in a full like QB rage, you know, like she's about to go ape shit for sure. She is about to let a whole bunch loose. Now, do I think it'll be enough to nearly phase Jura? No. Maybe she'll get a few hits in there, but I don't think it'll even be able to touch Jura at all. And it ends off. So then everyone's like, Himawari, you know, this sudden change. And he's like, the sudden change. And then she's like, and then he says, he's like, you've lost your temper. And then he says, let's go wild. And then he says, Himawari. And that is the end of the chapter. I cannot wait to see what happens in chapter 11, because we already know Himawari is going to go at Jura with everything she's got. She is pissed, right? He just killed one of Boruto's friends, someone trying to protect her, right? She is done with it, right? And so I can't wait to see how things go from here and how the manga is gonna go. This is gonna be very interesting to see, and I'll definitely have some predictions, you know, come in the future about really what's going to happen. And a lot of it has to do with Boruto and Kawaki right now, and so we're gonna see what happens later on in the future. So thank you all very much for watching. Please type down in the comments what do you think is gonna happen in the next chapter, or predictions about the story in general. It's been your boy Solo Kage FX. Peace out, Kage Squad.